Gemini, what's going on? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy here to bring you your Venus retrograde video. I hope all is well with you Geminis in reference to being safe and being healthy out here with this pandemic going on. I do want to thank you guys for all the love and support you show the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you and all that fly air energy you bring to the channel. Yes, yes. I do want to let you guys know that I am available for personal readings. Check my information in the box below to get at me with that. There's going to be an extended to this video. The link, the Patreon membership link, is going to be in the box below as well. So it's $5 a month. You get to check all of your placements for all of the retrograde series that I'm doing on top of any extended videos that I do. It's unlimited access to all of them. You're not paying $5 per video. All right. Trying to make this affordable for everybody because everybody needs this information. This is detrimental to your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Also, it is Taurus season, and throughout Taurus season, if you have a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Taurus, you do get 50% off of some of the tarot card readings I offer. I offer 5 different readings. That information is in the box below this video. Readings number 2, 3, and 4 are 50% off all throughout the Taurus season for those who have a Taurus sun sign, moon sign, Venus sign, or your rising is in Taurus. Okay, so take advantage if you would like. Please like, subscribe, share this video, especially if it's with someone who you know needs it. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get into your reading. I was pre-shuffling before I came on screen with you all, so just doing some final shuffling. Now, Venus retrograde, let's talk about it. Venus retrograde, it's going to go retrograde starting March. Why am I saying March? It's going to go retrograde May 13th, and it's going to be in retrograde. We're in the pre-shadow stages now, but it's going to be in retrograde hard body May, I don't know why I keep saying March, May 13th through June 25th, all right? Venus is the planet that talks to you about how you love, okay? In a man's natal chart, when you look at your Venus, if you want to know what your ideal mate would be like or who your ideal mate would be, you look at your Venus placement. So if your Venus is in Sag, that means that your ideal wife, you know, the characteristics that she would embody would be that of Sagittarius. So you would look in her chart to see what prominent placements she has, and you would hope that there are some of them or a few of them or one of them in Sagittarius, okay? That is what would make you guys most compatible. Now, in a woman's chart, you're going to look at the Jupiter placement, and I'm going to be doing a series on Jupiter as soon as I get done with the Saturn. I did Pluto first, now this is Venus. I'm going to do Saturn after this, and then I'm going to do Jupiter for all the signs, okay? And the Patreon membership for $5 a month allows you access to the extended for all of these, okay? So Venus is going to be in retrograde in your first house. Now, you already have Mercury there. Mercury is your natural ruler, okay? Mercury is all about communication, the processing of information in the logical mind. It's all about local travel. You know, travel within the neighborhood that you live in. In your childhood years is all about the neighborhood you grew up in. It also rules your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your extended family. You know, the local neighborhood you grew up in. Now, if you grew up in the city, then it represents, you know, if you lived in near a corner store, you had churches, you had schools, whatever you had in your area, what you remember back in those days. Probably when you was about 7, 8, 9 years old. That's when the Gemini energy would be most prevalent in reference to your childhood years. All right, but Venus is in retrograde, so Venus is all about love. All right, so this is this may take you back because it's in your first house. Your first house is all about, you know, the people who are closest to you. You rule Gemini. Gemini is all about, you know, the local environment. So for a lot of you, you're going to be having past loves come back to you for whatever reason. Or you're going to be reminiscing about past loves, you know, from when you were younger. And usually these are going to be people who come to you. They're going to be people who, if they come to you or you come to them, or they come to mine or you come to their mind, this is going to be about unresolved love situations. It could also be about family members as well, okay, and how you were raised as a child. So a lot of you may be revisiting those scenarios in your mind with these energies, and or some of you could be contacted by people you may have had falling out with. This could be aunties, uncles, cousins, things like that. It could be a past love as well. Okay, it could be you revisiting your old neighborhood where you grew up, you know, just reminiscing and showing love. Because, you know, Gemini is the house of transportation as well. Local transportation, short distance travel. So if you guys grew up over the bridge from where you are, you know, you may find yourself over there or reminiscing or thinking about being over there. So let's take a look and see what the cards have in store for you in reference to what you need to be aware of, what you may need to pay attention to, because this is also about correcting issues that have occurred in the past related to the areas of your house that I described. The first set of cards that we're going to pull out, the overall energy for them, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a great card to start off with. This is Jupiter energy, all right? And then I'm going to be doing a series on Jupiter as well, so keep an eye out for that. But Jupiter energy, this is good karma, okay? This is karma. Good karma. When it's in reverse, it's not so good. But this is good karma coming back to you for some reason, shape, or form, okay? Now, it could come back in the form of a past love. It could come back in the form of a former family member in some way, shape, or form, or from being around your way, where you grew up at, okay? This is also about, like I said, your family, extended family, okay? So, let's see. I'm going to pull some cards, see what we got. All right. So, Gemini. We have the Sun card in reverse. This is major arcana energy. The Sun card represents Leo energy, okay? We have that clarified with the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So this could be you. We have Everything is Fine in reverse. Now this card comes specifically with this deck. This is called the Modern Witch Tarot. I love this deck. I call it my Truth Teller deck because it gets right to the point for me, you know. But this card, if you look at it, it says everything is fine. Now it came out in reverse, but take a look at it upright. You see this person, they're on their phone, living their life, doing their thing, telling everybody everything's fine. But in reality, this person is all cut up on the inside. They're hurt, okay? There's a lot of mental anguish, a lot of memories that they, you know, unresolved issues. Could have been with family members, could have been with old lovers, could have been with, you know, the way they grew up. Some people didn't grow up in environments that were really healthy or, you know, positive in reference to a positive upbringing. So a lot of people are dealing with a lot of that now, you know, and they have unresolved issues in reference to it. So, you know, but this person is walking around normally like everything is okay, but on the inside, they're hurting. When this card is in reverse, maybe this person is now healing that process, healing the things that happened to them. And with Venus in retrograde, a lot of you are going to be in that state of mind. We have that clarified with the Ace of Wands in reverse. That is Aries, Leo, Sag, okay? Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, clarified with the Ten of Cups in reverse, which is Piscean energy. All right, let's see what we got going on. Give me a second to take a look at these cards. So the Sun card in reverse, this is a major arcana. This is the only major arcana we have here besides the Wheel of Fortune, which is a positive, wonderful major arcana. The Sun card in reverse, clarified with the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Swords in reverse, to me, this talks about not seeing things clearly. This could talk about being in denial, okay? The Sun card in reverse, with the sun, you know, if you put the sun on something, if the sun shines, you're able to see what's going on, right? During the day, when the sun comes up, you're able to see your streets. You can look down the street, see what's going on, you know, take a look around and see things clearly. When the sun is not out, you can't see so clearly. So the sun illuminates things, okay? So with the Sun card in reverse here, there's something that you're not seeing. And we have that further clarified with the Ace of Swords in reverse. That tells me that there's a truth here that you're not seeing, you're not accepting, you're in denial about, something along those lines, okay? So some of you are in denial, and it could very well be that you're walking around like everything's fine, being in denial about the pain that you're really in. But that is going to change with Venus in retrograde for a lot of you. We have that clarified with the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse talks about rejection. So some of you are rejecting the pain that you're feeling in reference to, you know, your environment in which you grew up in, your connection to that environment, or some of the relationships that you've been in that have hurt you. You're acting as if you're not hurt. You're walking around as if, oh, nothing bothers me, I'm good. Some of you could be very, just low, laughing, jokey, whatever. But inside, you're tore up, okay? With the Ace of Wands, a lot of you are dealing with rejection, okay? Maybe you had a situation where, when you were growing up, you moved from house to house because for whatever reason your mom couldn't take care of you. So maybe those people you were staying with made you feel rejected or made you feel unwanted in some way, shape, or form. Maybe some of you were bullied to the extreme when you were children, and it was because you were trying to fit in and you couldn't, with the Ace of Wands, rejection. Some of you went through some real tough situations with family members, externals, aunties, uncles, what have you. Some of them may have sexually abused you. Or you may have had a parent who really wasn't watching you and taking care of you the way that they should, and you were exposed to predators, sexual predators. Some of you were abused physically growing up. So, with this here, this has formed and shaped your personality. And which is why Venus is in your first house. So this is a lot about self-love as well. The Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It represents a solid, stable connection as far as a relationship. It represents financial opportunities coming your way, money coming your way. But we have the Ten of Cups in reverse here. The Ten of Cups in reverse talks to me about a relationship, not having a positive relationship with maybe family members growing up. And as a result, that could have affected the way that you connect with people in your adult relationships, whether it be an intimate relationship or your friendships or your business acquaintances. Okay, so because of that, you're having these issues, but things are going to turn around for you because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So in reference to that bad karma you were dealt, the universe is going to change things around for you. So you're no longer going to be walking around in this fucking pain. All right, you're no longer going to be feeling the anguish and all of the BS that went on in your childhood years and the formative years and the things that happened to you in your environment. All right, a lot of you were just in denial about that, but that's coming to a head now because you're realizing you're not able to have stable, healthy relationships, and you're trying to figure out why. So some of you are doing that soul searching and that digging. Okay, a lot of us, we have time now because of COVID-19. We're able to sit at home and reflect on everything. And a lot of the problems and situations that we're in right now that are unfortunate for us, a lot of it, as far as our behaviors and how we act and respond to things and the people that we attract into our lives, has a lot to do with what we experienced growing up as a child. And if we can go back to that area of our life where all of these traumatic things may have happened to us and shaped our thoughts and ideas and our opinions, then we would be able to fix the situation we have so that we would be able to have loving, healthy, normal, or whatever we consider normal relationships with people. And you guys are at that stage where you're coming to the point where it's like a lot of you, you're going to get positive karma for the fucked up things that happened to you in your childhood. So let's see what other cards we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so yeah, Wheel of Fortune, that's coming to a head. Some of you, the universe is going to bless you in some way, shape, or form. They're going to provide someone to you who's loving, supportive, caring, intuitive. This might be by way of a relationship. It could be by way of a family member. You might be reconnecting with this family member. Or this could be someone in your life who is stepping up, who's going to help you through this process here. For those of you who really struggling with this. All right, with the 4 of Cups here, you're changing your mind. Okay, your whole scenario and how you look at things, because some of you, you've hurt a lot of people because you were hurt as a kid. So you grew up in relationships that weren't successful because you didn't know how to have a successful relationship because all you experienced was unfortunate, situations. All right. And so as a result, your whole perspective is starting to change. You're being enlightened. You're seeing what's going on here and you're accepting the truth of the matter with the Queen of Swords. Okay. So now what it is for some of you on the opposite side, you may have done things to people because of what you experienced. But on the flip side of it, because of the fucked up things that happened to you, you may have put yourself in a situation where you were attracting people who did dirty things to you, wrong things to you. Okay. And so as a result, you're looking at these situations and you're like, you know what? I'm tired of allowing people to do A, B, and C to me. I'm tired of allowing, or being the nice guy here. And all I do is stress and get frustrated, but nobody else does. So you know what I'm doing? I'm cutting off all the BS. I'm cutting off all the nonsense. If we not rocking, then we're not rocking. All right, but I'm not going to be allowing anybody to continue to treat me disrespectful or rude. And a lot of you are realizing that you allowed that in your life because of what you experienced as a child. All right, and with the sun here in reverse, some of you did not have good childhoods at all. At all. All right, and some of you have blocked that out. A lot of you have blocked out what happened to you because, again, a lot of you have been through some very unfortunate, turbulent childhood memories, and you've blocked them out. And a lot of it has to deal with brutality, sexual and emotional and physical abuse. Okay? So we got the Fool card in reverse, Major Arcana. This is Uranus energy. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Hermit, Major Arcana in reverse. So yeah, like I was saying, a lot of you, you jumped into situations not knowing, why you were in these situations. Some of you, you didn't have the wherewithal to think. It's like whatever was attracted to you. See, we don't even understand that our subconscious mind is where all of our hurt and pain lies, okay? And that is the energy that radiates through us. Whatever we're trying to hide, that's the vibration we give off, okay? The things that you can't see and touch, those instincts, those things like that. You wonder, why is this person, connected to me? Why does this person feel so comfortable around me? Or why do I feel so comfortable around this person? It's because a lot of times you guys are similar in the things that you hide and the things you have in common. Because your subconscious energy is what really radiates out and is what draws people to you and what draws you to others. So a lot of you are not aware of that. With the Fool in reverse, this is someone who, would entertain people who were drawn to them who may not have been good to them. So you may have been careless in the connections that you've had in the past because you had no idea that, what was hidden within you is really what was attracting people to you. Okay? So a lot of you, as a result, you were stressed out. You were very anxious. You're in situations where, you would just jump and act. Okay? Geminis, a lot of you guys have very anxious energy. You can't sit still. So it's like you jump into situations sometimes without thinking. And those situations cause you a lot of stress and aggravation. And so, you think it's wish fulfillment. You think that it's something that you really want because a lot of times you just go with it because it looks good on the outside or it looks good, overall. But the reality is sometimes you're self-sabotaging yourself and or you attract these types of people to you or you're attracted to these people who are vulnerable and you may, prey on them. But a lot of you are realizing that you're not happy. You're not happy in relationships. No matter what relationships you have, there's some issue here. And you're realizing it has to do with, what you've been through. Because with the Hermit energy here, a lot of you are isolating yourself, trying to figure out what the hell is wrong. Or during this isolation, which Hermit energy in reverse represents, you're looking at what's going on here. And a lot of you keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Like you keep having the same people connected to you or the same type of relations come to you. A lot of you are in relationships now and you're like, you meet someone new and you're like, damn, you're just like the other person. And it's like, wait a minute, is it really them or is it you that's the problem? Why do you keep attracting these same type of people to you? And you keep getting into these situations over and over again and you're not understanding why. Well, a lot of it has to do with what happened to you as a child and what you've been through as a child. Some of you don't even remember some of the things that happened to you. But you know that subconsciously, that hidden, buried stuff is what is attracting you to these weird situations and these weird scenarios that are not good for you. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Emperor energy in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Two of Wands. Okay? Some of you, you're in situations here where you are the predator. Okay? Because you were done so dirty when you were a child, you don't know how to love. Okay? And some of you, you didn't even care for a while. So you would get into relationships where you would be the narcissist. You would be the person who was very controlling, very insecure, very immature, because a lot of you didn't know how to be a child. A lot of you had to grow up really quickly. So you're very immature. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what it is, and a lot of you are fighting this in your head. You got a lot of people coming at you and you don't really know why. It's because of the way that you conduct yourself and how you connect in these relationships. And so now you're taking the time to figure out, what do I need to do? How can I change this? All right? So that's what I'm getting for some of you. Gemini, this is deep. This is a deep reading. But some of you are ready for this now. You're ready. All right? And you deserve to be happy. You deserve it. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Overall energy for the next spread is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is Piscean energy. Now with the Eight of Cups, people will tell you, oh, well, this is you walked away from, a situation that you could no longer deal with, or it was an emotional situation and it no longer served you, so you walk away. This is not just walking away. The Eight of Cups represents walking away, coming back. Walking away, coming back. Walking away, coming back. Walking away. Now, are you walking away to learn the lesson? Because if you walked away and you learned the lesson, then you won't come back. So this card in reverse could represent you coming back because you didn't learn the lesson, or you walking away and you finally learned the lesson. So here you are again, walking away from something, and this could be figuratively, this could be emotionally, walking away from those memories, not wanting to deal with them. They come up again, but then you walk away and then you're in denial. You don't want to deal with it. They come up again, you walk away, you're in denial. You don't want to deal with it. So you've been going back and forth with this. This could also represent a relationship that you have, either with a loved one or an intimate partner, okay, where it's been a struggle. This loved one as in family member, where it's a struggle back and forth, back and forth. You walk away from them, you come back. You walk away, you come back. All right? So let's see what these cards are talking about here. All right. So with the Eight of Cups energy here in reverse or in upright, let's start off. We got the Page of Swords in reverse energy. Page of Swords is cardinal air, so that's Libra energy. That's the challenge. I'm sorry, that's the situation here. The challenge is the Nine of Pentacles, okay, which is Virgo energy. Where your spirit guides, guardian angels, higher self, ancestors want you to embody or take a look at is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, which is more Virgo energy. Where your head is at is the Page of Pentacles, okay? And this is cardinal earth. So this is Capricorn energy. The outcome here is the High Priestess in reverse. This is major arcana. High Priestess energy is moon energy, okay? Yep, moon energy. So this could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, okay? But this is intuitive energy as well, tapping into your intuition. All right, and this is also a lot of secrets, things that you hold within that you don't speak about, things that may have happened to you in your past. So let's see what's up. So with the Page of Swords reverse energy, pages to me represent children or they represent messages. We have two pages here, okay? This could have a lot to do with your children, your relationship with your children now as an adult. This could also have to do with your past. So Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse represents, there's no messages here. There's no communication. Okay, because swords are about communication. This could also represent that you are an air sign. So a lot of times tapping into your intuitive energy, it could come for you as the Page of Swords. Okay? And for some of you, you're not listening to your intuition. You've not been listening to your intuition. You've been walking away from things. All right? You've been not dealing with things. You've been in denial. The Ace of Swords reversed in the last spread. Okay? This could also represent communication that people have been trying to give to you in reference to your behavior, and you're just you're denying it. You're in denial about it. This Page of Swords reverse could also represent bad news. Okay? This could represent, if it's a child, it could represent a child who basically is kind of weak mentally. Okay, weak mentally in the sense where they're not really able to think and reason properly. All right. And maybe, because of what you went through in the childhood that you experienced, maybe you weren't taught how to think, or maybe you were just told to shut up. Abusive situations here where what you thought never mattered. But the challenge here with the Nine of Pentacles is for you to... The Nine of Pentacles talks about being an independent person, being able to provide for yourself and to take care of yourself in every way, shape, or form, and especially in the 3D realm, because Pentacles represent what's going on here in the 3D world. So being able to provide for yourself as far as a place to stay, transportation, food, being able to take care of yourself, okay? And being able to do it without the help of others. Some of you, because you weren't taught that type of thing, or you weren't raised in an environment where it was taught to you, some of you are not able to take care of yourselves because you were never taught how to do it, okay? So some of you are not able to do that. Your spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors here with the Knight of Pentacles energy could be telling you that, you know what, it's time for you to look at things, and it's going to take time. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight of the deck. It takes time for this person to get to there, because knights are all about journeys. There's a journey you're going to have to take, the universe is telling you, and it's going to take time. This is not going to happen overnight. This is something that was embedded into you. Okay, so it's going to take some time, and you need to have patience with yourself. Okay, because it will take time for you to get to where you need to get. Okay, this is a knight who dots all his I's, crosses all his T's. He reads the instruction manual and he follows it step by step. Okay, so this is telling me that this is going to be a journey and a process for you, but you're up for it. Now, where your head is at is the Page of Pentacles. So this is a message, okay, or this is a child. Now, if this is a message here, this is you. If this is a child, this is you going from this stage to this stage, healing your inner child, okay? Being with all of this energy here, okay, the universe is going to be guiding you so that you're going to be able to provide for yourself, take care of yourself in the physical plane, all right? But we're going to have to revert back to childhood and then learning how to take care of and protect yourself, okay? Now, if this is about your children, this is so that you can provide for your children. For some of you, you're not able to do that. You're not able to take care of yourself, so you can't take care of your children. Okay? And the outcome here is your High Priestess energy. And this is all about you. You have a lot that's within you. You have a lot going on within you based on what happened to you in your childhood. And you got to let it out some way, somehow. Okay? There's a lot that went on with you that you don't tell people, that people don't know. Okay? And what you also need to do is use your intuition, because the High Priestess is all about intuition and tapping into that intuitive energy that we all have. And that will guide you through this journey so that you're able to be financially independent and you can let go of the atrocities that happened to you in the past. The thing is that you're never going to forget it. It's always going to be a part of you. But you're going to be guided through the journey intuitively on how to love, accept, and respect that part of you, because that is you. Love and accept it. Don't try to deny it and act like it's not there and it doesn't exist. Because what happens is it does exist. And it's going to continue to rear its head subconsciously because you're not acknowledging it. Because again, remember, what you have held in within you, your subconscious energy, is what attracts these types of situations to you that are not successful for you, where you're not being successful. So you have to accept that part of you. Love and give that part nourishment. It's a part of you, as in the experiences and the lessons you've learned in your childhood can help you in some way, shape, or form in your adult life, and it can help you to get here. The challenge is finding out how that works. And this is where that journey starts, where you listen to your intuition. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended, because we spent a little bit of time on this here because this is really important for you. So we spent a little time on this, but we're going to go into the extended and find out what we can do. We're going to clarify these cards, find out what's here, chop it up, and then we're going to get some advice for you so that you will be able to move forward, so that this Venus retrograde will be the beginning stages of your new life. All right. So yeah, we're not going to walk away from that emotional, it's too much baggage for you, is what's going on. All right. Because the high priestess has all these secrets, all these things that happen to you, and it's too much for you. A lot of you is a lot of baggage to deal with, and you try to walk away from it, and you protect yourself and you keep yourself hidden. A lot of people don't know what happened to you. Okay. A lot of you, you have issues with your mom. Okay. You didn't have a loving, nurturing mother around, and you're realizing that because of that, this is why you're in the situation you're in. You're getting clarity on that. Okay. And for some of you, you're realizing the fact that you just didn't have enough love growing up, and that's why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. So we're gonna chop it up in the extended, find out what we can do to get you prepared for this Venus retrograde so that you can be the best person you can be moving forward. All right, Gemini, I love you. If this resonates, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the extended. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, Gemini.